And if we see the if we have heard about Chardham Yatra a lot, and finally in Chardham Yatra we see that if we go through our it is evenly spread in in our map. Like in the north we have Narayana, known as Badrinath, and in south we have Rameshwaram. In the west we have Dwarkanath in Dwarka, and in this east we have in Puri, Orissa we have Sri Jagannath ji. King Indradumna performed. Sorry, okay, just a minute. Yeah, but we have Badrinath. If you see the map, Badrinath is in the north, and then Rameshwaram is in the south, and then Dwarka is in the uh, uh, east. I have a problem with east and west, right and left. Sorry. And then uh, Puri is in the east. Okay. We have King Indradumna was performed with devotion to bring Lord Jagannatha. In this happened in Satyuga. He performed 100 Ashwamedha Yajna, and Lord Jagannatha with Subhadramayi and Lord Baladeva appeared here. The deities were installed by Lord Brahma himself on Shayana Purnima day. Yeah. If you After when Lord Jagannatha appeared, he asked King Indradumna asked three boons from him. The first boon was he wants no child. It was shocking, for a king. The first thing they ask is the descendant. But it was it was a shock for it was a shock like it was Jagannath was very curious why he doesn't want a child. Then he said, Indradruma being a devotee, he said, I don't want any of my child to claim the temple, because this is Lord Jagannath's temple. It does not belong to any king's temple or any sect's temple. So for that was the reason he did not want any child. So Lord Jagannatha said, I am very happy to know this, but I will give you this boon only when you accept me as your son. So it has been said that whenever Ratha Yatra happens, Lord Jagannatha whenever he comes down, he pays his obeisances to Lord Indradumna King Indradumna as a mark of respect. And he asked the second boon, I want to serve you Boga continuously. Um, it has been said that in Jagannath Puri, there are every day 56 variation of boga is being offered to Lord Jagannatha. This boga is prepared with no onion, no garlic, and chilies and other tamasic vegetables. After being offered to Lord Jagannatha 6 times a day, it is being offered to Vimala Devi. Uh, Only after it has been offered to Vimala Devi, it is been it is uh, it is being distributed to general public. So if we see it, the boon is no the boon is like I want to he wants to king wants to offer boga to continuously to Lord Jagannath. But here the boon here Jagannath is so merciful that he is distributing his prasadam to all of us. So how is this there is a story, this happened because of mercy of Vimla Devi. Vimla Devi is none other than goddess Durga. Yeah, there is a story behind this. Narad Muni once visited Vaikunta and served goddess Lakshmi attentively. Being happy with his service, goddess Lakshmi asks Narada Muni to ask any boon. Narada Muni, immediately taking the advantage of the situation, asks for the remnants of Mahaprasada. uh, uh, Mahaprasada is direct, is the like if we see the difference between prasada and Mahaprasada is, Mahaprasada is the direct offering in the plate, or like direct offering of which Krishna has eat, remnants of Krishna's uh, food. But while prasada is a is which has not been offered, but again it is mixed, whatever we bring which is offered, but it's like whatever we if we mix Mahaprasada into something, then it becomes prasada. But yeah, Jagannath Puri, in Jagannath Puri, many of the devotees are like it, we can directly relish Mahaprasada. This is one place where Mahaprasada can be relished directly from the offerings of Lord Jagannatha. We can get uh, uh, the prasada from after the mercy of Vimala Devi. No, yeah, we'll come back to the story. Lord Narayana had instructed Lakshmi Devi not to give any prasadam to anybody. Knowing this instruction, Lakshmi Devi told Narad Muni, ask for any other boon than this. But Narad Muni said, I don't want anything other than this. Then Lakshmi Devi was sad, as she could not give him any boon, and she at the same time she cannot disobey her husband. Seeing Lakshmi Devi sad while performing her daily duty, Lord Narayana got to know that she is unhappy. He inquired what happened, and then Lakshmi Devi narrated the whole story. Lord, just to keep her happy, said, "Okay, for one time, you give my prasadam to Narad Muni." Narad Muni, Lakshmi Devi did exactly, and she was also happy. Narad Muni honored and relished the prasadam. In ecstasy, he started chanting and dancing. Dancing. He reached. Uh, while dancing, he reached Kailasha. Lord Shiva inquired about Narada Muni's ecstasy, and he asked Narada Muni, narrated the whole story, whatever happened. Lord Shiva asked Narad Muni that, is there any prasadam for me? Narad Muni felt very sorry. Oh my God, I did not bring any prasadam for Lord Shiva. How will I offer him anything like prasadam? Suddenly he sees in his nail the small prasadam stuck. So he offers that, he gives that to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva honors that prasadam, and he too started to chant and dance. After dancing a lot, dancing a lot, it's like he went to so much he went into so much ecstasy that it seemed like he was dancing at the time of annihilation. So immediately Devas begged goddess Parvati to stop Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was stopped by goddess Parvati. Goddess Parvati asked what was the reason that he is dancing in this way. Lord Shiva narrated that the whole story. Then Narad Muni gave me prasadam, everything. Then Parvati, with complete curiosity, so she like complete happiness, she asked like, I'm your Ardangni. Can you give me like whatever? Have you preserved half of your share for me? Then Lord Shiva was like, he gets he's in dilemma that he did not save any of the prasadam for, because it was very tiny, so it did not come to his mind. So this happened that when she understood that Lord Shiva did not keep her share, she got so angry that because of her anger, all the three words started burning. Immediately all the sages and devatas, they approach Vaikunta, and they ask Lord Narayana to protect them. Lord Narayana came to goddess Kailasha, and uh, as- and and ensured goddess Parvati that she will be given Mahaprasada, and asked her to get pacified, as because if she is not pacified, all her uh, sons, sorry, not sons, her living entities, uh, her jivas will be killed. So being the mother of the universe, she said, I don't want prasadam for myself. I want prasadam for my all the living entities too. So this is the reason that whatever bhoga which has been offered to Lord Jagannatha, in with the mercy of Vimala Devi, is being given to um, given to all the living entities. And whenever we visit this temple, we get direct Mahaprasada from the mouth of Jagannath, lotus mouth of Jagannath. And we'll, if we come back to the story of King Indradumna and his three boons, the third boon was he asked Lord Jagannatha, please never stop giving darshan to anyone. Then it's been like uh, Lord Shri Krishna is Shri Krishna is so merciful. Is known as Parabrahman. Parabrahman is defined as one who possesses qualities or characteristics which are of extreme opposites, extreme ends. Like if like that is like he's bigger than the biggest and smaller than the smallest. If you see Jagannatha, he exhibits these qualities. If we see here, Lord Jagannatha is worshipped by high class brahmanas. At the same time, he is worshipped by Shravaras. These are the outcast people. They don't fall in brahmanas, neither in the category of brahmanas nor kshatriyas, vaishyas, and shudras. Out of 12 months, 11 months has is been worshipped by high class brahmanas and 1 month by Shravaras. What many it is the mercy of it is the mercy of Lord Jagannatha that he, if a devotee cannot come to his temple, then he will come out and give the mercy. uh, uh, what many devotees don't know is that event leading to Ratha Yatra, uh, Ratha Yatra actually begins several days before the actual event. On Pandava Ekadashi, Rukmini Vivaha is been performed. On Rukmini Vivaha is been performed, and yeah, in this festival, the ceremonial tying of clothes of Lord Jagannatha and Lakshmi Devi has been performed. Like it, they celebrate the marriage of Lord Jagannatha and Rukmini Devi. 4 days later, that after Ekadashi, 4 days later, there is a event called on Shana Purnima. There is an event called Snana Yatra, in which this was the date when the Lord Brahma installed Lord Jagannath in Gudicha temple, near Gudicha, from Gudicha temple. Uh, yeah. On this day of Snana Yatra, Lord Jagannath is given hundreds and hundreds of pots of water bath. Lord Jagannatha becomes sick. Lord Jagannatha becomes sick, and this becomes him, and he goes to quarantine to regain his health. This time, this newlywed Lakshmi Devi, or Rukmini Devi, serves and nurses Jagannath without sleeping for 14 days. After 14 days, when gradually Jagannatha regains his health, she goes to sleep because she is very tired. From past 14 days, she is day and night she is working for Lord Jagannatha. And on the 15th day, even Lakshmi Devi goes to sleep. Now Lord Jagannatha slowly unties the knot and leaves to see Radharani and Vrajagopis, because he is in the separation of Radharani and Vrajagopis. So he wants to see them. Whe- uh, Lord Jagannatha goes to Gudicha temple. Gudicha temple, if you see the point, if you consider point A as Jagannatha temple and point B is Gundicha temple, then the distance between them is 3 kilometers. So to reach there, the first day, whole day goes in reaching to reach there. So here in Lord Jagannatha stays for 9 days. This event is known as Ratha Yatra. 9 days. Meanwhile, here back in Jagannath temple, Lord Lakshmi, she gets to know that uh, Jagannatha has gone to meet Radharani and other gopis in uh, Gundicha temple. So she is very angry. She is angry. She is depressed. She don't feel like eating any opulent food. She eats this Orisan food like rice and spinach, simple rice and spinach. And then shares her heart to Vimala Devi. After getting advice from Vimala Devi, in a sulky mood, she takes bath and she wears ornaments, and then she is carried in a palanquin to uh, palanquin to uh, Gundicha temple. This is on the fifth day. This happens in fifth day, and it is known as Lakshmi Vijayotsav. Sorry, Lakshmi Vijayotsav. She angrily chastises she and her maid servant angrily chastises Panda outside, who helped Jagannatha to go there, and they even break the some parts of Jagannatha chariot. Just a minute. She enters into Gundicha temple and blows the powder on given by Vimala Devi, and leaves the place. All the Vrajavasis silently disappears from Gundicha temple. Lord Jagannatha is very nervous now, and after 2 days he returns. He decides to return to his palace. This is on the ninth day. He visits to Narayani temple and asks for forgiveness. This day is called Lakshmi Narayana Bhet. Wait. Then in this still Lakshmi Devi is still in the sulky mood. She has not forgiven Lord Jagannatha. Lakshmi Devi refuses to join him, but when Lord Jagannath requests her for second time, she just to not because he's begging in front of all the other devotees, just for that she circumlates Lord Jagannath one time, and she enters the temple quietly. She don't even speak to Lord Jagannatha. On Ashada Ekadashi, Lord Jagannatha is dressed in Shuna Vesha, golden dress, to pacify uh, goddess Lakshmi. Just to say that, see, I have there is two prominent rasa, Aishwarya, Bhava, Aishwarya Bhava and Madhurya Bhava. So just to say that, see, I have dressed like the way you want me to see. So I'm not in the with friend with Vrindavan people. Just to say that he dresses in golden dress, and it has been devotees Pandas dress Lord Jagannath with 1 ton of gold. It is 1 ton of gold. So on the following day, Lord Balarama, this happens, and then on the following day Lord Balarama and Subhadra Devi enters into the altar, but Jagannatha is not allowed to enter into the altar because Lakshmi Devi's maid servant slams the lion gate shut. And after several requests in the form of verses, pandas singing in on behalf of Lord Jagannatha, they convince Lord Lakshmi, saying that Lord Jagannatha loves you, and he's begging for her forgiveness. Finally, Lakshmi Devi relents. Finally, after several sweet words, Lakshmi Devi forgives Lord Jagannatha, and they unite after many sweet words. Uh, this final ceremony again of tying the cloth of Lakshmi Devi and Krishna happens. Uh, so Lord Jagannatha performs Lord Jagannatha performs this leela just for us. He has he has a wide eyes, so that he can see us, and broad smile, and wide no eyelids. And then he honors Boga for us. He performs this Rath Yatra so that we can relish his pastime. Uh, for us, he's doing all this. Uh, yeah this Jagannath Puri is so potent that very famous acharyas stayed here. uh, uh, Adi Shankaracharya has his Govardhana Mutt in Puri. Srimad Madhvacharya and his followers have their mutt here. Shripad Ramanujacharya and his pastimes uh, are there in with the Jagannath. And Sri Vallabhacharya has his baitak here. Sri Nimaicharya has his baitak here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, out of his 24 years of sannyasa, he stayed there for 18 years, and only 6 years he went to South India tour to spread the love of Godhead. So this Jagannath Puri has a prominent uh, contribution in spiritual in the Leela of Shri Jagannath. So I would request, if like after this Corona situation, if once in lifetime we have to visit this temple, visit this holy dham, and relish the prasadam, and relish the love of God. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for listening to me. Uh, uh, thank you so much. Jai Shri.
Jagannath Baldev Subramanian ki jai. So
Jai. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, any feedback or comment, I would like to request everyone to take.
everyone, anyone has to share something? They have some questions or they want to add something? Jai.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Fantastic uh, to hear Jagannath. I mean, story of Jagannath. I heard that there are even, I mean, unlimited stories and events associated with Jagannath Bhagwan's appearance as well. So, just wanted to know why is this very unusual form of Jagannath is there uh, with different kind of eyelid. I mean, there are no eyelids, the face, there are no hands. There is another story associated with that part as well, right, Mataji? When
Yes, yes,
uh,
Prabhuji. You know the story, Prabhuji?
very, I mean, in cut of places,
Yes,
like if you can explain, would be really nice to have because
yes, Prabhuji.
it's really
It
amazing
happened that
to.
yes, Prabhuji. It happened that Indratumna, King Indratumna asked the same question to Narad Muni. That when he sees the deity, he's like, "Why is this? Why are the deities like?" Indratumna will be, when he sees the deity, he thinks Vishwakarma, who carved the deity, has done the work half. So he's very much now he's like, what I have done, why did I interrupt Vishwakarma? Because of me this happened. Then Narada Muni pacifies Indradumna. No, this is Lord's original form. This is the form where Lord Jagannath has to appear in this form only. So then he relates to the story when in Dwaraka it happened that Lord Shri Krishna used to remember gopis a lot. Gopis, all his sakas, gopas, gopis, everyone a lot. So and in his dreams also is to murmur about them. So these queens who is to be who went to Mata Rohini and asked like, why is he like, what is missing in us that he is still remembering them. So then Rohini Mata says, I will tell you they tell you everything about Vrindavana only if you tell Subhadra to um, guard the door, because if Krishna and Balram, if they listen to the story, then they will be very sad, and they might even go back to Vrindavana. So Subhadra Maya is like, yeah, I will protect the door. I will make sure that uh, um, Krishna and Balaram don't enter this room. So she happens to say all the pastimes happened in Vrindavana to all the queens of of Krishna. So while listening, and Subhadramaya just turns and she started listening to the story. Even though she is now in the kingdom, but she is also Vrajavasi. So she also gets into ecstatic mood, and she stops guarding the thing and she starts listening to the story. and immediately Balarama and Krishna also enter near stand nearby to Subhadra, and they also listen everything. It happens that they are in complete, like when you are in complete pain, like separation or something, your eyelids are your hands get shrunk, like what you could, shrunk, and then eyes get wide. You like, it is like a kind of a emotion they are missing. Radha, like the not only Radha Rani, the whole Vrindavana, they are in that that was a moment when Narad Muni appeared there, and then he sees Krishna, and then immediately Krishna sees Narad Muni, and then he becomes normal. But Krishna, that Rupa of Krishna, Narad Muni says, I want to see that Rupa of Krishna uh, down in the, like down in Jagannath Puri. So it is so beautiful. It is like in Krishna in separation of Radha Rani. That is the reason he has that wide eyes. Uh, like his hands are stuck. He cannot move. Like when we are in like if it happens that when we are in we are afraid or in too much of some emotion, so our body gets shrunk. Similarly here situation here, Prabhu.
Very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Jai. So anyone else wants to share something or add or ask? Jai. So can I request Soham, son of Satish Prabhu, to sing Jai Jagannath before we move on to the next program?
Yeah, Prabhuji, now or we can do it on the last also.
We can do it now, Prabhu, because then that we will be in the flow, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhuji. So,
We'll be able to connect.
जगन्नाथ सचिदानंदन त्रिभुवने कोरे जार चरणर चरण नीलचल शंख चक्र गदा पद्मधर नदिया नगर दंडक मंडलकर के हो बोले पूरे दे रावण बदिला गोलोकेर वैभवीला प्रकाश करिला श्रीराधा भावे इबे गौरा अवतार हरे कृष्ण नाम गौरा कोरी ला प्रचार वासुदेव घोष बोली कोरी जोदहार जय गुरु से कृष्ण से जगन्नाथ.
okay, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Jai Ho, Soham. Very nice. Very nice. Very beautiful. Jai Ho. So we will move on to the next program before we conclude for the day. So I had tried to put in something. I was planning for the quiz, but then I thought, let me try something else. So let me share my screen. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Share. So let me stop.